Right, let's get into the game, shall we? So 42 points to 24. So it's a win for the Springboks. If you're going to be honest, though, a little bit disappointing because it should have been a lot more. I mean, at halftime, at 28 points to 3, we're thinking this should be a 56, 60, points to 10, 15 game, which we'd all be very happy with. Italy came back, and for the first time ever, maybe not the first time ever, but for the first time, especially against a team like this, the bomb squad didn't work. I mean, they came on in the 44th minute, and we scored 2 tries, but Italy also scored 2 tries. In fact, when the bomb squad came on, I think it was basically a net zero effect. So it's a little bit worrying when we see that happen. I don't think we need to panic, for example, but not a good second half from the Springboks. Let's call a spade a spade. Not a good second half at all, and that's a little bit worrying. At altitude, against a team like Italy, you expect to put them away in the second half. You expect them to, just surge from the first half and put lots and lots of points on Italy, and we didn't, which is cause for concern, not cause for panic, but cause for a little bit of concern. Let's have a look at the game and how it all went, shall we? So things started off pretty well. A bit of a slow start initially, but Jesse Creel went over in the 10th minute for his first try. Pollard added the extras, and there we go. Here we go. Jesse Creel on his first official game as Springbok captain, the 67th Springbok captain that is. We've scored an early try. Took us a while though. Italy were defending very well. I must say, throughout the entire game, they did concede 42 points. They often do concede a lot of points, but a very spirited defensive performance from Italy. Lorenzo Corona got a yellow card in the 22nd minute, and Morne van den Berg capitalized immediately on the back of a scrum, jumped and went over, and Honje Pollard added the extras. Italy then got their first points in the 27th minute when they added 3 points from their penalty goal. Curtly Arendse there, what a try that was. The back of the line-out just rounded the player and went over the 29th minute. He continues to score tries for fun, does Curtly Arendse. Honje Pollard, extra 2 points. Morne van den Berg, who's just busy watching receivers, man of the match, and the deserved man of the match. We're entering the Morne van den Berg era, by the way. They're busy interviewing Faf de Klerk. This is the start of a very bright career, as far as I'm concerned, for Morne van den Berg. Honje Pollard added the extras, and then, as I said, at halftime, 28 points to 3. We could have had more, but we're thinking, good half. Solid half, 4 tries. Couldn't ask for much more than that. And you're thinking, well, we still got the bomb squad to come on. We're looking pretty healthy here. We're looking pretty good. We'll hopefully put on 60, 70 points here, maybe. Not the case at all. Italy started off very well in the second half. And in fact, just after we put the bomb squad on, Zuliani scored a try. In the 40, Vincent Tuka had a window over there, but it was actually disallowed. And we kind of went, there we go, bomb squad impact. Here we go. Let's get ready for a big score. But Zuliani went over in the 46th minute. And all of a sudden, 23 points to 10, where it actually remained for 20 minutes. We were sloppy. We never really looked like, we're never going to lose the game, for example. We didn't really look like, we were being outplayed, but mistakes, silly mistakes. And lost talk about, I think, in the midweek from Rassie about the type of mistakes we made that just can't be tolerated. We had scrum dominance the entire game. Our lineouts were working really, really well. Wasn't creating enough, I don't think, but I think just the main thing wasn't clinical enough. Italy scored for the first time. They were in the 22, in the 46th minute. That first half team shut them out completely. Second half team, when we needed to play the bomb squad, it just didn't really add much of a difference. Vincent Koch went over in the 66th minute, but then Italy went bang, bang with Dimchef in the 62nd, Canoni in the 67th, and all of a sudden, we went from 36 points to 10, where you're thinking, right, here we go, 2 or 3 tries, and we can go decent performance. From there, we were actually down to 36 points down to 35 points to 24. And Italy were, at one stage, looking to come back, and then Markham started and went over. We added the extras, and right at the end, Italy were close on scoring, and they could have actually lost the game within 10 points. So, yes, we were never going to lose the game, but certainly didn't cover ourselves in glory in that second half. And some people saying as far as if we continue playing another 20 minutes, we might have even lost that. Look at Italy, 5.2 points per entry to the 22. Just 4 entries to the 22, but look how clinical they were. That's more than a try per entry in terms of points scored. That's phenomenal. In comparison, we were there 11 times and just 3.8. I've never seen something as high as 5.2, to be honest. That's very clinical from Italy. But it's not good enough from us in that second half. If we look at the attack profile, very different from what we were sort of working with. So more 22 entries, more line breaks, more carries, fewer kicks, but more post-contact meters, but not points on the board. In fact, a little bit similar to what we saw between New Zealand and France this morning. Similarly, if you look at our defense, tackles missed, 30 from Italy, but 168 made, more dominant tackles, more turnovers won. Breakdown is a concern. We missed Siakalisi today, I think. We missed somebody who's putting that grunt work in at the breakdown. And that's going to be a big thing that we'll have to look at next week, is trying to fix that breakdown. Far too many turnovers there, far too much ball being given away in good positions where we could have punished them. Ruck speed, pretty similar. Discipline, we'll have a look here, but not our best day from a discipline point of view. Some silly penalties, personally, I think, being conceded. Let's look at some of the match summaries here. So it was 1 penalty from Italy, 3 tries to 6. So we did score 6 tries. At any time you scored 6 tries, you usually celebrate. It should be considered a success, but it's just the way the game went, where I think we just felt like a bit of a damp squid. It just sort of petted out, really, and Italy came back, which was frustrating because it just shows you that we might be vulnerable to comebacks, whereas usually we're a comeback team. Usually, as long as we're within 5 to 6 points of a team with 20 minutes to go, we're sitting there going, we're not worried at all. Even up to about 8 or 9 points, we're sitting there saying, it's fine. We're going to put on the bomb squad. We're going to have that impact, and we're going to, dominate you. That wasn't the case today. More line breaks, though, but, 17 turnovers lost. 17 turnovers lost. You can't be having those sort of stats. Possession, we had more. Territory, we had more as well. Possession, 60% to 40% is good. 88% in the last 10 minutes. Scrums were completely dominant. We decimated in the scrums. Lineouts needed a lot of work. Weren't great. Bongi Manambi struggled as well when he came on. Got to fix that. Our lineouts are usually our best thing. It is Tiago's first test back in a while. He is our best lineout caller, but maybe a little bit disjointed over there. From our attack, you look at the attacking statistics. 169 passes. 156 ball carries. Almost 400 post-contact meters. 4 line breaks. It all reads very well. And 6 tries, we're very happy. But to concede those many points towards the end is where the frustration comes. And again, the breakdown is going to be a very contentious part. 6 penalties conceded by the Boks, 9 penalties conceded from Italy. If you look at the defense, to 86% from both. We did kick less, which we kind of expected from an Italy point of view. Let's focus on some of the positives, though, shall we? Let's not get wrapped up in too much negative, because we did beat them by almost 20-odd points. We did score 6 tries. Damien Vincent looked very bright. 14 carries from him. Made some good line breaks. Made some meters. Was pretty good under the high ball. Morne van den Berg with a man of the match performance. The first time he's in dry conditions, and we really see what the Boks rate about him. Kirkley Lawrence, 2 line breaks. But, give a shout out to this Italian side with their tackles completed. Manuel Giuliani, 21 tackles. Nicolo Canoni, 18. Bartolomeo, 16. Alexander Issacourt, 16. Menancella, 14. Marco Verstappen was the highest tackler for the Boks at 11. If we're looking at some other stats, if we look at the attack, for example, meters carried, Damien Willemse 120, defenders beaten, Damien Willemse with 8, Chesn Colby with 4. So it was good to see Damien Willemse close to his best and playing well, which is really good. But not the best performance. What are we thinking? Is there need to be worried, or is that just one of those bit of a rusty performance and we'll kind of brush it off and go again next week? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.